Welcome again, Keepers of Light, and I call you that because you are just that, a keeper of light. And here I am once again, in complete trust that what is meant to come forward, what you are meant to hear, will be so. What wants to come forth? Objective reality. It has come to a point where a decision, a choice, is before you to make. The choice is to decide to allow reality to present itself in an objective way, as opposed to a subjective one. In order for this choice to be made, then there must be the realization that the path of judging yourself, of condemning yourself, is no longer conducive to the path that is opening up for you to take. You are no longer to be an enemy of yourself. It is crucial that you become friends with yourself, that you abandon the harshness, that any form of harshness that you previous to now have justified as a necessary part of your existence. The reason for assuming kindness toward yourself is not so that you achieve the end of success as you dream it, or as you imagine you success to be. It is more so to come into alignment with the truth of reality as it is. Well, I will qualify that. More so to come into alignment with a closer range to truth. Than before. There is a prevalence to experience life as though it were in majority a rendering of subjectivity. And so the playing field does demonstrate itself as not just judgment towards oneself, but judgment toward the other. That there is a state of continual contention whereby being right, for example, it becomes more of importance than maintaining peace. And were we to look closer at this, to magnify the extent by which it presents itself, we would see how at the source it is depicted in how we lose touch that we are all in this together. That everything is a matter of perspective. And because we are unique beings, that from each perspective is the potential to misunderstand the other, a potential to because of that misunderstanding, judge the other as though you are better or rather from the standpoint of betterness. In other words, as though there is a hierarchy as to the post that we each take, that we each have in this existence. The fact that we have lost our ability to have kindness to one another to empathize with one another is but a reflection of our misunderstanding that life was intended, were we to assume that peace and harmony were the goal, that life was intended to be approached from a more objective standpoint than a subjective one. To allow our opinions to be at the forefront of our engagement towards the other, but perhaps more so towards ourselves, is detrimental to again the path that is unfolding, the path that is lit and calling to us as keepers of light to maintain its light. And so, to move away from judging yourself as though any decision that you have ever made was in any way wrong. For example, is to assume a subjective standpoint of reference to that. To recognize that given where you were and the tools that you either had or had not at the time that you made any decision, in your life, that you made that decision from whatever lack or abundance of abundance that you had at the time, to recognize that that decision that you made was the best decision, the only decision that you could have made, to understand deeply that there is no wrongness in anything that has occurred or will occur, is to assume an objective perspective about it. The call to objectivity is vital to the moment where we are at. This is crucial to the role that you play, that you will play as keepers of light, in that it represents a moving away from approaching life, approaching your life in a way that disempowers your ability to move towards a more harmonious and peaceful world. And since peace and harmony are at the source of your mission as a light keeper, it will come naturally to you. The letting go of judgment, from the standpoint of what you think and say and do. That may impede your ability to hold the light. The days where blaming and pointing fingers and criticizing and hating the other for being what the other is, and yourself for being as you are and for having been what you have been. Those days are over. It is all just noise. Noise intended to block out the light that you are, the light that we all are. And your job, my dearest light keepers, is to block out the noise. To come back to what's really important, to what really matters, for the sake of humanity. for your own sake. And so I leave it here with utmost gratitude towards you for every single word that I utter is coming from your energetic field. I pick up the energy from you and translate it into words as a reminder to you of what is of most importance in this moment and in those that are to follow. Thank you again, and I am so looking forward to our next moment together in collaboration. Until next time.